Behold the King of Kings. On your knees.
What is up, everyone? Arcade here with a brand new video for you guys today. Let me take a sip of my drink because my voice sounds terrible. Anyways, now that I'm back and refreshing, my voice is like I just talked for 2 hours because I have been recording this video. It's like the 4th video I recorded tonight. So if I sound a little rusty or weird, it's because I've literally recorded like 4 or 5 straight videos to this point. I know I'm a madman. I don't want to hear it. Anyways, today we're going to get back into talk about our Siege school, our Apex school. I still don't know what I fully want to call this series, but hopefully you learn something. So today we're going to talk about screening. Now, this is a form of playing the game that has more than one meaning. You can do it. For other people, they just do it, without even thinking about it. For a lot of people, they don't even know what it's called. Some people have their own word for it. For me, it's called screening. So what is screening? Screening to me, for my own definition of it, this is a word that I more so made up myself, is the act of aiming really fast and out to get to basically to line up your shot without having to actually ADS, and then you finish the kill off with hip fire. I'm a Gears of War player. This is something that I've done my entire time playing Gears of War, and this is why I do it. Gears is why I do it. That's what I guess I can say Halo as well, because Halo, you don't ADS when it comes to using a shotgun. So even when it comes to Halo, but more so Gears of War, I found this to be an easy way for me to get good at using shotguns. So when it comes to this topic right here, screening, this is a way for you to get good with shotguns, as well as hand cannons if you play Destiny, or the Wingman in Apex. The best way to get good with these kind of guns, shotguns and the Wingman, is for me personally to screen. Now I do it second nature. It's become a sixth sense of mine. I just do it. I had a stream. I was playing Destiny, and I was just doing it with Better Devils and the Sunshot, and I do it so fast you can't even tell if I'm actually ADSing. That's how fast I am with it, because it's like that. You don't even see me using it at all. It just seems like I just moved an inch, a little bit. You don't even see my vertical get pulled up. But what I'm doing when I do this with let's say like the Wingman or a hand cannon in Destiny, I'm lining my shot up as fast as possibly can and getting the shot off. That's basically what I'm doing. When it comes to shotguns, I'm doing the same thing. I'm aiming, get my targets on point, and then shooting. It's a very useful mechanic if you're not very good at shooting from the hip with a shotgun, which previous video was showing about a lot when it comes to hip fire shooting. But when it comes to screening itself, I feel like it's a very vital and useful mechanic to have, especially if you're fast, you're fast, and if you're a fast player, this is something that can help you out a lot and help you get better with shotguns. Because I feel like this happens a lot. I've seen friends who say they just cannot use shotguns for life of them. They prefer to use shotguns that kind of like lets you, I don't want to say are crutches or take up from like a skill, but people tend to like ignore some shotguns because they require a little bit more effort than others. And I feel like you can get rid of that effort if you learn how to screen. Like I favor the Mastiff a lot in Apex when it comes to even the Peacekeeper. I use Peacekeeper Mastiff a lot. And I don't say that to sound like I'm better than people, because they're not good guns. They're not skill requiring guns. To me, there's nothing in Apex that requires skill. I'm sorry. But when it comes to them, I see more people will prefer the EVA 8 over those two guns, especially because Peacekeeper is a care package drop, so you're not guaranteed to get it. The Mastiff is very inconsistent. People just cannot use that gun for life of them. Me personally, I've gotten some insane kills with the Mastiffs. And unfortunately, there's some clips that I don't have. Because on Xbox, sometimes you can't record your clips when you finish doing a live stream. And I had one where I legit got a 3K. I did a squad wipe with just a Mastiff. There was no other guns being used, just 3v1. I have the Mastiff and I won. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that my aim is very good with shotguns. And that's because I do screens. And again, if you don't know what that is, my definition of screening is aiming really fast to line up your shot, and then from the hip, shooting. I do it all the time, and the best game, this goes back to what I said in my last video, play other games to get good at Apex. Gears of War. Gears of War is the best place to learn how to do this. It's the best way to learn how to use a shotgun, period. If you want to get good with shotguns, play Gears of War. There's no game on the planet that gives you the exact same experience when it comes to shotgun play as Gears. You heard it all the time when it comes to the Nasher. This game is shotgun heaven. It's the best way to learn how to be good with a shotgun. It's why I'm good with shotguns in all the games that I play. I play Gears. Gear Shotgun, the Nasher, is a monster. It wrecks shop at close range. It can do a little bit of close range at a medium range, but long range is trash. So right then and there, you're learning how to manage range with your shotgun. As well, you're trying to manage quickness, because it's not just you, the Nasher. Everyone in the game also has a fucking Nasher. So everyone's on the even playing field when it comes to shotgun. So you have to get good with the shotgun to outsmart them, be better than them. So it's helping you get good with shotguns overall. It's helping you get good with shotguns without ADSing. Helping you get good with shotguns when it comes to learning range. You don't understand how many times I see people trying to use a shotgun and they're at a long distance. Like, I don't care if you're even shooting at me, because you're not going to land any of your shots. That's the first thing. The second thing, I'm out of range. So play Gears. That's the big tip. The big tip for this video is literally just play Gears of War. If you're on PS4, I don't know what to tell you. Again, it's because it came to my last video. I didn't know what game to recommend for PS4 players. So if there's a game out there, I don't know if it's Call of Duty, because I don't play Call of Duty. So even if it's that, find a game that has shotguns in it, where shotguns are a big focus of that game, and use that game to get good with shotguns. The first thing about that's more so what this video is about using shotguns, because they're the main processing. They're the main tool used when it comes to screening, which I recommend anyone to get good at doing. So you can use hand cannons in Destiny, use the Wingman in Apex, and just use shotguns. Period. You will learn how much better you are at the game when you get that down. And I'll have slow motion, tip by tip, clips in this video. I said tip by tip, makes no sense, but just frame by frame that shows you what I'm doing, and it's gonna get to a point when I keep mentioning it, you're gonna notice it at all my videos that I'm always doing it. I do it all the time. I do it non-stop. I'm always doing this screen mechanic where I'm ADSing as fast as you possibly can and getting out of it just to line up my shot and get a hip fire shot. I do it all the time. There's a clip that I have with the triple take. I don't even have a scope on it. It's me versus Octane, and he jumps up and I just very fast as possibly can line up a shot and I one tap him. Now can I have gotten that without doing it? Probably, but it's second nature, so I do it anyways because it makes my shot more accurate. And that's what me with screening does. It makes your shot more accurate. I'm trying to optimize you as a player at video games, not trying to give you all the tips. Just trying to optimize. Optimization does not mean perfect. It just means it's the best way overall. It's like the jack of all trades. You're not great at everything. You're good at everything. You're not perfect at this or that. You're just good at everything. Become well-rounded. That's the point of this video, point of all my videos. Become well-rounded. You don't have to be the best Pathfinder or the best Wraith or the best Gibraltar. Become well-rounded. Be good with everything, so that way you don't have to rely on just one thing. Which gets me to one more topic before we end this video, and that is the Minimap. Now, I know I mentioned in my last video that I was going to mention Minimaps, and here's why it's going to be in this video, because it's very small, it's very simple, and it's very basic. Do not rely on the Minimap. And games like Gears of War teaches you that, as well as Siege. There's games out there like Gears that don't have Minimaps, and that is a godsend. And the biggest reason for that is you can't rely on it. You learn to forget it's even there. They want you to focus on just the game itself. When I'm playing Apex, I'm not looking for anything on any of the maps. I'm just trying to play the game. Even when I play Halo, I ignore the motion sensor because it's more motion sensor than it is a map. I pay it no attention. I just play the game. Now, there's situations where you can be in where you might want to rely on a mini-map if you're like trying to do something stealthily. But outside of that, rely on your own game awareness, your own game sense, and your own skills. Because if you look at the mini-map when you're doing that at the same time, you can get fucked up. You can be like, oh, the map's telling me that someone's to my left, but I hear something to my right. Follow your own instincts, because your own instincts might be more accurate. Because for a lot of mini-maps, they're not 100% accurate. They're telling you of what something happened is at the last moment. So let's say you play Call of Duty, and you see like a red dot flashing your screen. That's that person's last location. By the time you get over there, they might be somewhere else. So follow your own instincts and don't rely on a mini-map. And Gears of War is another game you can play that teaches you to rely more on your gun skill, more on your own placement and your own positioning than a mini-map. So play Gears of War. That's the big tip for this video. Play Gears of War. It will help you get good at so many things. And I can't stress it enough. Playing multiple games make you better at the one game you want to be the best at. With all that said, guys, this is the video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye. Good night. Bang!